Alright. Hello, folks. Oh, we're sorry. You have been disconnected for a lack of activity. So, I'm just gonna do this little ditty while it's fresh on my mind. I have fresh on my mind ditties all the time that I never take advantage of, but this one I kind of thought was an important point to recognize. We think, Shorty, you're in the dark. We can't even see you. But that's alright. So, I, everybody is checking out the flat earth. And before I even go to where I'm going, because I'm not here to really talk about the flat earth or discuss it in a. I don't care either way. That's what I'm going to say. Before anybody starts, flat around, my personal experience since I was young. And this stuff was revealed to me. In my worldview, the earth is neither round nor flat, nor concave. The earth is nothing but an energy signature and basically what we would on a micro scale known as an algorithm uh, or a set of algorithms to be, it's a program, people. This, your earth, that you think you see, that you think is a material world, that your perceptions constantly pick up in your physical uh, self, as we, and without getting into the whole science of it, I mean, you can look into this yourself and people can experience this themselves. The earth, the world you think, it's been proven by science already in quantum physics and even in the experiments of them trying to find the boson and everything with CERN, that as long as the observer is observing, then the reality will be created. What does this really mean? Do people really understand what that means? To put it simply for you, it means, the old saying, if a tree falls in the woods and there's no one there to hear it, does the tree really fall? The answer to that is no, it doesn't. Well, bullshit. I can go out in the woods, I can find fallen trees all over the place. Yeah, you're right. It's because they were in the program. But until somebody was actually there to observe it, it was not manifest into the physical material realm that you think you see, which is nothing but chemical and electrical impulses inside your receiver transmitter, which is your brain, which is all it is. It's not a memory device, people. It's simply a tool. It's an interface. Um, but nevertheless, I kind of getting off on a track here, trying to explain in my worldview, you live in a holodeck, okay? And until you each individually are actually in your own realities, yet the realities are interactive. And that's the beauty of God's interactive little game of life here is we can all walk our own paths and live our own worlds and manifest our own dreams and realities or fears, whichever the case may be, and thus walk our own path at our own pace, yet interact with everybody else on what seems to be like a common ground, what some people, I guess in the New Age movement or whatever, would call the common reality, which I figured this stuff out when I was young, long time ago, that there's perceptive reality, and your reality, your personal reality, is based upon your perception of it. Right, Blinky? Just ask Blinky. She's a wise cat. She knows. She knows this stuff. So, that being said, the whole point of me even saying anything regarding that is that I'm not here to entertain arguments or to even discussion. I don't care about whether the earth is flat or round or concave, because to me, it's none of the three. Okay, so that said, there's been a rash, just a overflow of flat earth all over the internet, all over the quote unquote truther movement, whatever. The researching community of inquisitive minds, let's put it that way, because not everybody has an inquisitive mind. Only some of us have inquisitive minds. Only some of us think for ourselves, really. You want to go out, Shorty? Check it out. Don't eat that. Silly goose. Look at that terrible focus. Do I hit the... I don't know. Anyway. So, and this has only been since the spell was cast for it to be. I've been on that YouTube, and before that MySpace and other, other blogger, you name it. I've been on the web since 2003 when I decided to learn how to use a computer. Because prior to 2003, technology, well, we just won't go there. It was a tool of the devil. It still is a tool of the devil. But sometimes you have to use the devil's tools against them. You fight fire with fire sometimes, especially in this world. But anyway, nevertheless, I learned, and since I've been on there, and since, like I said, YouTube especially, there was a time up to point where I'm sure there was some maybe flat earth videos out there, and some people, of course, going by this ideal. Because if it's something that you believe in, that you go for, and that you're trying to observe, you're going to find what you're trying to observe. Seek, and ye shall find. Whatever it is you're seeking for. That's how this matrix works. This matrix of energy of creation. But I'm not going to get into... We're not going to go into the deep. Again, we're going to stay right up here in the shallow with these people and their stupid little spells. Because that's what it was. The minute Obama made that speech where Obama cast the spell and he said, whatever it was, I could look it up and even edit it into this if I end up editing this or whatever. But you know the clip. Everybody's seen it. Where he talks about we're not here to entertain the Flat Earth Society. Okay? Boom, the spell was cast. And ever since then, Flat Earth has infiltrated everything. Everything. It replaced the hoax thing. Before it was, everything's a hoax. It's all hoax. Everything's a hoax. Nothing real ever fucking happens. It's all a hoax. Well, that's kind of faded out. And now it's been replaced with Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Everywhere I freaking look on the internet. Flat Earth. And like today, this is what brought this video on. Enter the Stars. Decided to entertain. Or has been entertaining the theory. And it's an interesting theory. And there's interesting stuff to be said about it. And there's actually a lot of evidence to prove it, including biblical evidence, etc. And I'm not going to get into that because that is just one level to me. A level that I have already transgressed, because to me, it's all energy and it's not manifest until you manifest it. Or until you observe it, in other words. And yes, it still exists, but it doesn't exist in a material form in the way you think it does. None of this actually exists in a material form the way you think it does. It really doesn't. It's a damn hologram, people. Yeah, it's very real. It's like the most complex, amazing, incredible. It's just astounding. Creation is. But it's nothing more than a super complex freaking program. If we was to get, I could, if I was God, I could make a Grand Theft Auto game. We do the same thing on the micros. We've created a whole nother universe. It's called cyberspace. And we've started putting stuff into that cyberspace, and now we're trying to work on artificial intelligence. So then, will the artificial intelligences after the main artificial intelligence even know that they're artificial? Would they know it? Would you? All right, people. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to draw attention in this particular clip to the fact that the spell was cast, and it's a spell. It's a spell, people. It was cast on you. And with that, can you see me at all? Hey, God bless. Stay safe. And always love. Never fear. It's all energy. And here's Creaky. We haven't taken our walk yet. Alright, I'm going to go back to shooting some digital people. Bye. Alright, for the quick wide shot. This is the quick wide shot. Oh, look at there. Look at the quick wide shot. Look what got us. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? A beaut. Alright, my other. Gonna add to the mix. Add to the mix. Got a fine screen. Good fine layer over us today. Good fine layer. Cricket, come on. This way. Come on. Good girl. Come on, this way. No. This way. Over here. I don't want you going out that way. Thank you. Thank you. Good girl. Let's go over here where the jungle is. The cat jungle. That's alright, so should be busy for a minute. And this is second try at this clip actually. So we have some sky. That's what you want to call it, and a lot of haze. Just this is a walk after our little talk inside, and added on here. But so it has to be short because that was kind of a long clip. I got into all kinds of, and if you don't understand it, I don't blame you, and it's okay. It's no big deal. And I've had experiences in my life where I have literally seen everything around me disappear and reappear, and differently. And without getting into a long rendition of that story, I've had a lot of supernatural experiences in my life. I've been to the crossroads. I had a chance to sell my soul in a very literal. It's dude. it's just like Bob Dylan said in his interview. It's no joke. This shit is real. I know. I've been there. So, and I don't know how many people have gotten that far to literally to the point of the supernatural crossroads experience and then turn the devil down, but I did. And I've lived a whole life of supernatural experience, and so that's where my worldview comes from, and I never had to question, because both actually, in all reality, quote unquote, both points of view, flat earth and the atomic model view, which includes the globe, the electrons, the whole that was actually before I had my supernatural experiences when I was very young. One of the first things I noticed was the model of the atom and the model of the solar system were the same thing. So what's the deal here? Is this part of the plan? Well, sure it is. Everything is part of the plan. Every puzzle piece has its place. Man is not given to know. You know what the Lord shows you in your own experience, in your own path, in your own life. That's what you know. And what you follow, and what you fear, and what you believe in is what creates your reality. in somebody else's reality. They could be standing right next to you, yet they're actually, literally, living in a completely different world.